Sean Diddy Combs' life behind bars is coming to light. In a photo taken from inside New Jersey's Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institution on November 23rd, the rapper wears a gray pullover and sweatpants as he walks down a corridor.
For decades, Sean Combs lived a life most people could only imagine. Private jets, mansions, VIP rooms where doors closed and secrets stayed inside. He wasn't just rich, he was untouchable.
I'm going to take your souls. We have the power. We decide what's hot. If we don't go, nobody goes. If we don't support, nobody supports. We control what's cool. We control what's hot. We control what your kids listen to, what they dance to. We control what's in video games. We control how they wear their pants, sag their pants. We control everything.
Or at least that's how it looked. But now, that image has cracked in a way no one expected. Because for the first time since his incarceration, footage has surfaced showing Diddy not on a stage, not in a courtroom, but inside a federal prison, moving like just another inmate. No entourage, no spotlight, just routine. And what that footage revealed raised far more questions than answers. It didn't come with sound, no dramatic music, no commentary, just silent images that spread fast the moment they hit the internet. The clip showed Diddy inside the Chapel Media Library at FCI Fort Dix. No glam, no performance. At first glance, it almost looked normal. But that's exactly why people couldn't stop watching. Because when someone who once controlled entire rooms is suddenly blending into the background, every small detail feels loaded. The way he smiled, the way he moved, the way other inmates interacted with him. And that's when people started asking the same question. Is this really how it's going for him? Fort Dix has a reputation that doesn't quite match its low security label. On paper, it's designed for inmates who aren't considered violent risks, but former prisoners have painted a very different picture. They've described overcrowding, broken facilities, tension over food, and an environment that can flip from calm to chaotic without warning. One former inmate even described it as feeling less like a correctional facility and more like a place where rules only matter when someone decides to enforce them. And that matters, because status doesn't protect you in a place like that. Inside Fort Dix, nobody cares what your net worth used to be. Nobody cares how many hits you produced. Respect isn't given, it's tested. Which makes Diddy's assigned role inside the prison especially interesting. According to reports, his job inside Fort Dix is working as a chapel assistant. That means handing out religious materials, distributing movies, cleaning the office, and helping with basic record keeping. It's quiet work, controlled work, the kind of position that keeps someone out of the spotlight. Some see it as a smart move, a way to stay low-key. Others think it was intentional, a calculated attempt to maintain stability in an unpredictable environment. Because inside prison, being visible for the wrong reasons can become dangerous fast. And yet, despite this calm routine, it didn't take long before Diddy's name started circulating again, this time for reasons that had nothing to do with footage. Not long after his transfer, rumors began spreading that he had already violated prison rules. It started quietly, then picked up steam. Reports claimed he was caught consuming homemade alcohol, something inmates allegedly create by fermenting soda, sugar, and fruit over time. It's crude, it's risky, and it's strictly against the rules. Now, to be clear, this claim has been disputed. His representatives insist the reports are false and reckless, but multiple sources told different outlets that the allegation was absolutely true. And in prison, perception can matter just as much as proof. But that wasn't the allegation that really set off alarms. What truly raised eyebrows was what reportedly happened during a phone call. According to documents obtained by media outlets, Diddy was allegedly involved in a three-way call, something the Bureau of Prisons heavily restricts, not because it's casual rule-breaking, but because three-way calls can be used to coordinate activity outside prison walls. The reports claim the call involved discussion about contacting media outlets, blogs, and legal communications. At one point, the conversation allegedly included a request for visitors to bring 200 singles. That detail alone sent speculation into overdrive. Because prison rules don't allow visitors to bring in cash beyond coins for vending machines, so people immediately started asking, what was the money for? Again, his side strongly denies wrongdoing. His team claims he didn't know the regulation, never received proper orientation materials, and believed the call was strictly personal. Two versions of the story, one system, and consequences that don't wait for public consensus. Prison officials reportedly recommended disciplinary action, loss of phone privileges, loss of commissary access, potential sentence impact. And then came the update that shifted everything. Diddy's release date, originally expected earlier, was quietly pushed back. Not by years, not by months, but enough to matter. Nearly a full month added. And inside prison, that extra time hits harder than most people realize, because prison time isn't measured in days the way freedom is. Every routine becomes a countdown. Every night adds weight. Every delay feels personal. So, when word spread that his release date had been extended, people started wondering whether this was only the beginning. Would more allegations follow? Would more footage leak? Would the system treat him differently because of who he is, or exactly the same? And that question is where the story really gets complicated, because celebrity cuts both ways behind bars. On one hand, fame can make someone a target. On the other, it can make them isolated, watched, studied, every move interpreted. Even something as simple as smiling in footage becomes a headline. Was it confidence? Was it coping? Or was it something else entirely? Without audio, the footage leaves space for interpretation, and the internet filled it fast. Some viewers said he looked unbothered. Others said the smile looked forced. Some said it was the calm before something darker. But the truth is, no one outside those walls really knows. What we do know is this: the man who once controlled narratives now lives inside one he can't fully shape. Every report is dissected, every denial questioned, every clip slowed down, zoomed in, and analyzed. And whether the rumors are true or not, they've already done something irreversible. They've changed how people see him. Even his transfer to Fort Dix, which was reportedly requested so he could access rehabilitation programs and be closer to family, now looks different in hindsight. What was framed as a step toward growth is now viewed by some as damage control. Not because rehabilitation is bad, but because timing matters. And when controversy follows immediately, intentions get questioned. As of now, Diddy remains behind bars, working his assigned duties, moving through hallways like every other inmate. No special treatment on camera, no clear signs of privilege, just routine. But routine doesn't mean quiet, because this story isn't finished. More footage could surface, more reports could emerge, more internal decisions could affect his future. And when his release finally comes, whether in 2028 or later, the world waiting on the other side won't be the same one he left. This isn't just about prison footage. It's about what happens when power disappears overnight, when reputation collapses faster than money, when someone who built an empire now lives by schedules he doesn't control. And the most unsettling part? This might only be the beginning of what eventually gets revealed, because silence, especially in places like this, never lasts forever.